In tonight's top story, we are following the latest on a deadly deputy-involved shooting in Anderson County. We first brought this to you as breaking news during the 4 o'clock news, and we just confirmed the name of the suspect killed today. The coroner identified him as Jonathan Combs. Deputies say that Combs died after fleeing a traffic stop along Lee Street in Anderson this afternoon. Officials say that a chase ended near Midway Road along Highway 8 there.
SLED taking over the investigation as they always do in officer-involved shootings. Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer has been on the ground at that scene tonight. Brooklyn, you spoke with folks who saw all of this go down. What have you learned tonight?
Well, deputies say they tried to stop a stolen car that led them on a chase ending here along exit 32 on I-85. Now, it's quiet here now, but the scene stayed active for hours and just cleared about 8 o'clock tonight. Earlier, this area was filled with dozens of cop cars and blue lights as SLED gathered evidence for their investigation.
It looks like a pretty bad scene out here.
Eddie Greer is a truck driver from Atlanta and got rerouted on his way home. The scene in front of him blocking part of Highway 8 for hours, while SLED and Anderson County investigate a deadly officer-involved shooting.
Several blue lights, ambulance. It's a serious scene out here. That, to say the least, it's a serious scene.
Amber Moman lives nearby and says she was on the way home when she pulled up to the scene.
That's the way I take home, so I was just wondering what's going on. It's a lot of cop cars and stuff out here.
Sheriff McBride says a stolen car led deputies on a 15-mile pursuit along I-85. Deputies followed the red Camaro to exit 32, where they used their cars to stop the stolen Camaro. The sheriff says the driver stepped out of the car with a gun, and at least one deputy fired shots at the suspect.
I don't understand why people don't just comply and obey. When the law enforcement officer approaches you, do what they're telling you to do. That's in these types of situations could be avoided.
The coroner says the suspect was hit at least twice and died at the scene.
I'm praying for my deputies tonight. Thank God they're okay. That's the most important thing to me. But I'm glad they're okay. But now they're gonna, they have to deal with this situation, and it's tough. It's tough on anybody.
Now, we noticed this Shell station here has surveillance cameras facing the road where the officer-involved shooting occurred. We asked about that surveillance footage, but the station says that they are not releasing it at this time. Cody and Tori, back to you.
Brooklyn, thanks so much. And of course, we will have continuing coverage here on air and inside our free Fox Carolina News app and across our social media apps.